morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. For those who are woke, I have been slacking, so here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, with y'all recap. Tyler Perry Sistas, Season 9, Episode 11. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's a lot going on. And he want to pursue the case against the doctor that's basically been unaliving black women. And he's very much racist. Found out he did a name change. Found out he's being pursued and prosecuted in other states and counties. And everybody is protecting him. So then, Hayden trying to say that Andy is jealous of Fatima, and he likes seeing jealousy on her. And then said the boss told him that Andy was at the doctor and to keep it under wraps. So he made the doctor become a client of theirs and made Hayden his tax rep lawyer. And oh wow, so Hayden decided to go ahead and give it to Andy. Now, if the boss told you to keep it under wrap and you decide to do it anyway and make Andy aware is that he's now a client, like this is Hayden definitely testing boundaries and playing in Andy's face. So I want to see what Andy do with it. And then so the boss turned around and told Andy straight out when she tried to talk to him about the case that they not dealing with that, they letting it go. And Hayden also made sure he informed Andy that him and the doctor is friends. He met with him and his wife and all this other stuff. They go way back. So that's something to keep y'all eyes on. Cause Andy said she not dropping it, she just gonna pursue the case quietly. But I'm not liking the approach Andy is having with Fatima. Andy is like, she getting too comfortable with these men that she be entwining and dealing with. Cause she basically talking to the doctor like Fatima getting too comfortable, she breaking the rules and overstepping boundaries. Andy just told the doctor what her boss told her, and she's still willing to pursue the case. So the doctor say, well, it sounds familiar. It sounds like somebody I know. And Andy don't see it that way because she made partner. She think that they ain't, first of all, let's be clear, with all the hiccups and stuff that Handy done took that department to and all this, the backlash and slander she done had against her in the situation she seemed to call herself in, if she have not forgot, the partners really didn't want to make her partners. It was her coming out on top. It was her clientele. It was the work that she did that overrid what they said, because if she left, she was taking all the clients and the money and Miss Marie, Ellis, and all them people with her. So they decided to go ahead and give it to her because she very much deserved it, and she's a hard-working woman. But at the same time, you always end up in a scandal or something that's either legal or dumb, and it's a bad look for the law firm. Let's be very clear. So then Karen, y'all, she went to see her shop, just not on this episode. When she came back from her shop, she decided to tell her mama she was ready to hold Faith. She held Faith in her arms, and then she got, it seemed like she was ready. She was coming out of her shell. Postpartum depression from her birth and the baby was going out. It was going out the door. But now she done left a note. Let's be clear. She left a note, y'all. And basically, the note said it's time to end this chapter. And her and Faith disappeared, and now everybody's on the prowl looking for her and worried about her. And Aaron want to call the police. The mama said no, give her time, let's not do this yet. I don't know what, because I was seeing that when she was hold the baby in the last episode, and basically her mama was sitting right there. So what made them think that she was ready to be left alone? Just because she's showing progress, you still want to study her a little while on, because depression can fall in and fall out and stuff like that. So it's basically got a lot to do with that. So then next, moving right along, the ball player Chance met up with Zach at the the fruit bar, and he was trying to talk to Zach, and he was admitting how he gave Fatima that pie. He sent that purse to Fatima's house, and then he made Zach aware that he sent more gifts to that house. Now we all know it was gonna trigger Zach. Zach wanted to fight. Zach is a fighter. He's a hothead. He's an angry. He's still trying to work out kink and issues that he dealing with his mom and his brothers and all the other stuff going on around him. So Let's start there. And then we ain't gonna forget that he just lost a child with Karen. So then everything is just coming in too strong for him. And it's kind of making him unravel a little bit. So we know what his temperament gives. So on top of that, Zach being a man. You know when somebody constantly sitting here complimenting your girl, when somebody constantly shooting shots, or when somebody is showing interest. So Zach wasn't having none of that. So then he finally decides to go get drunk. He finally decided to go get drunk, baby. Well, guess who? Sabrina, old man, Rich. And it very much went all the way left. He kept calling Sabrina. Sabrina got mad and said she blocked him while he called from Zach's phone. So he told Sabrina what was up, text Zach address so he could do it. So Sabrina did it, and then she hung up in his face while he was trying to hold the conversation. So then she called Fatima, gave Fatima a heads up. Danny came home from work. And her man Tony is still laying on the couch. She is disgusted. You ain't cleaning up. You don't cook. You ain't trying to get back to life and get a job. You coming up with all these excuses while you could try other things and you ain't in a rush. And you just ain't giving her what she want. Like you ain't the man that she was used to treating her out and all this stuff. You became a slouch, a slob, and you don't clean up behind yourself. Like don't no woman want to put up with no mess like that. So hello. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy work. So on top of all that, we're gonna move right along to Zach. So Kima came home. She woke Zach up, getting on him about him going to get drunk and about what happened because the ball player Chancellor called and told Fatima that Zach tried to fight her, and now Fatima finding out what's going on. Zach questioning her, is she really trying to cheat? She want a ball player. She was like, don't tell me you trying to call me a groupie. He said, no, I didn't say that. She said, yes, you did. You said it loud and clear. Then the doctor also added stress to it because she called and said that Zach told them that they weren't gonna have the baby and have the team and his baby in the hospital, that they was exploring other options. He tried to do a midwife or something like that, and Fatima got mad about that and said that just because she cooking him and her baby, that's her body, that's her choice, and she very much is having her baby in the hospital. So she was like, he ain't got no rights to sit there and say otherwise. And then Zach, she said it's her choice. So then Zach turned around and said, well, since we talking, let's talk about that. And he let Fatima know that he overheard the conversation between her and Danny that late night when she thought he was in the bed. And basically Fatima admitted that she was glad that Zach and Cameron baby had died, because she was like, she didn't want to deal with it, and she said she wrong for feeling like that. But Zach didn't finish listening to the conversation. He went back upstairs after he heard that because it made him feel some type of way, and he was like, why she just didn't say that? So Zach told her, just say it, you wanted Cameron out of our life, you didn't want to deal with Cameron. And that is true. Like out of all, but like Fatima said, she was a woman enough while she was carrying his baby, she was there. All the triumphs and tribulations that they went to, she glad that she know how to no longer have to look at Cameron and deal with Cameron in that way, because Cameron was overstepping boundaries. Cameron was jumping up at their house. Cameron was a Zach and Zach. Cameron didn't want to live down the moment that she had Zach first. Cameron was very much envious and jealous hearted of the relationship Zach and Fatima had, because she didn't see Zach being as caring for her and as protective over her that he was for Fatima. She always felt like she had to do everything for Zach. Zach just couldn't get it right. And then once that Zach moved on, because he got tired of Cameron constantly beating him down and not encouraging him and showing him how to do things differently, he decided to go ahead and move around. So now Fatima taught him how to invest, signed him up for a program, helping him get clean, got him into real estate, got him some extra spare money, and he decided to pamper her, love her, marry her, and all this other stuff, and engage. And you wanna get mad because you thought that was supposed to be you, but then you got Aaron that holding secrets. That's got a whole nother name, got a white woman on the side paying supposed to been doxed and ain't doxed yet. So it's a lot going on with that too. But then he's trying to be with you, and you study saying you don't want him. Now the conversation with her and Zach saying goodbye, she did say that he got Zach let it be known I got Fatima. She said yeah, she got Aaron because Aaron was listening on the baby monitor. Once he got through listening to her that part, he felt like everything was gonna work itself out, so he didn't need to listen no more. So then we was like, okay, progress was made. But now she left a note and ran off with the baby. And we don't know what's going on. Gary popped up at Andy Place, her house, her penthouse that he bought her. And she asked him what he was doing it. And next thing you know, guess who popped up on them? Danny. So then oh wow! If I was Sabrina, I would cuss out Maurice. Yeah, let's talk about it because Maurice hooked her with a profile. In the profile, come to find out, it's Danny cousin. And we all knew that because we seen him when he came to visit her at the airport. But he told on his profile, he said he was a doctor, and Sabrina linked up with him for some hot good things, and she decided to show Danny the picture of it and all that, and tell Danny that she smashed and all that once they were sitting at the restaurant because it was gonna be Danny, Sabrina, and a cousin, and that they smashed and all this. And then Danny was like, when Sabrina called him a doctor, said he had to go see patients. Dana was like more than line of the inmate. She was gagged. She damn near tried to take her drink and almost choked on it because she was like, also we lying now. Once the cousin see what it was and Daddy wasn't fit to laugh at him, the cousin was like, you know something, I don't want to ruin y'all girl time, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and get up and exit stage left. What's up, baby? So I was like, wow, y'all just running an absolute muck at this tab. Like, I'm not going to give it. I think the show is getting shorter and shorter because it didn't even seem like it was an hour. Only reason it be seeming like the show be an hour or more is because of the commercials. But without the commercials, like, yeah, it's giving you like 30 minutes top. And I can sum that up with the back of my hand and just breeze through it. Because I really be getting into it. But I'm going to need them Tyler Perry to speed this along because it ain't giving me that oomph that it posed to. And it ain't got me off the edge of my seat wrapped around this finger. So I'm going to ask that it do better. Because, yeah, right here, this ain't it. I'm glad y'all got her um, past that depression stage. I'm glad because at first I was like, okay, she can't look at her baby. She don't want her baby. All this other stuff. Like, why is it every time somebody tries to do a movie or a TV show surrounded with black people, they take the stuff that can make or break you, and it seems like that's what they drive off. They drive off the pain of it all. Like, I can see that for a documentary or a story. You basically telling what happened. But if you gonna do that to TV shows, yeah, we're gonna ask that you tone that down because that's the same way I felt about for Color Girls. Like, I have never been one that laid in a project on top of a table and got a what you call it, abortion. So all women don't think like that. All women ain't finna put no coat hangers up there. All women ain't finna drink turpentines. All women don't even, some people are pro-life. They don't even believe in abortions and stuff like that. So the fact that they drive on that and then they drive on the abuse that the black relationships tend to hold, and that's all relationships. So we ain't gonna make it color identified. It's like, yeah, it's like y'all try to point out the flaws. Why don't y'all start pointing out the strong suits? Why don't y'all start pointing out when women actually conquer and achieve goals in life? Like, y'all try to pick the negative stuff because y'all say, yeah, I guess a lot of people done did ratings and they say that people like more of the negative and the drama part feels, but some people like a good little love story in a movie too. Like, look how many people was watching Love Jones and all the other love stories that came out. Like, what was it? Basketball Wives? Not Basketball Wives. What was that? With Q and that girl when they was in football, when they was in basketball, and then they end up going to school, and then she almost lost him for a minute. He was dating other people, and then they decided that they've been in love with each other since childhood, and they decided to have a baby and stuff. What was that? Love and Basketball? What was the name of that show? Like, I can't. I watched it, but I can't get it off the tip of my tongue. But anywho, y'all know what's going on. What's up, a click interview? What's up, the 185? Welcome to the live stream. I'm just recapping Tyler Perry's Sisters. Season 9, episode 11. Surprise, surprise. I'm finna start balancing y'all out. and start giving y'all more content of it all. So I got to get back on my schedule program, and I wrote down what all I'm gonna do. So this is what we doing. We doing a recap the basketball. I mean Tyler Perry Sistas. And then next thing you know, we got to do the recap of Fatima and some more shows. Black and the New Beauty. I done got into going over there, being in the chat with Treasure Lane, recap that. But if y'all want me to keep recapping it, I am. I've been waiting on y'all to finish say y'all was watching. Cause I said, shoot, I watch it so I can just go over there and sit in Treasure Lane chat and listen to his recap for real, for real. But I'm finna start back balancing the page out. We gonna do our recaps of the TV shows. We gonna do our recap of the content as far as the weight loss journey with the they know who they are. Then we gonna do the other content because we ain't finna just focus on this stuff. As we can see, I'm glad that it's reached a stage where it's winding down. As far as the protest situation, people are being more respectful to each other. ICE has come, the protesters are come, so it's turning out to be a better event. Like it is what it is. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, I'm done with this. I did it in 16 minutes. I'm sorry it was short, but the episode wasn't that long. Like I said, it was only 30, so what else do you need? And then I don't know why. Oh, let's not forget. Sabrina, during the process, Sabrina Danny met up. Baby, Danny was jabbing it. Danny is jabbing at Andy because Sabrina let Andy know. Sabrina let what's her name? Danny know that while she was at that spin date thing and stuff and getting ready to leave, Andy said she was just gonna get something to go back to the law office, but they actually saw her sitting down with Cameron, Dr. Vaughn, and Danny just said, see that they was like that. She go to that line again. Danny said she picked every bad choice that come up. She going after all the red flags and all type of stuff. Like Danny ain't got no control. It's like Danny just want anybody and everybody, and Danny always end up in an awkward situation. I hope Vaughn, because Vaughn told Andy if he get caught doing what he doing, because he already been called to meet up with the board, that it could be held over his head and he could lose his job, and he don't want to lose his job and be blacklisted. So I hope that he ain't setting her up. And then he said if she meeting up with him just to get information out of him, why would she want him to have drinks to say that? And then he asking her what she got going on. Chad popped up at the Zach house again, talking to Fatima. Fatima was walking out after her and Zach just had an argument, and she asked him what was he doing at her house. And then Zach came down and was like, yeah, because this is my house, this is my driveway, this is my woman. And I'm like, oh wow, because it went off. So I guess that's supposed to be the cliffhanger part of it. But I'm like, that wasn't even a cliffhanger, because y'all could let edit that on and give us a little extra time and stuff. Like, make it more interesting, because right here, this ain't it. So after this, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get into the next episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate what you said. It was giving salute the content. Thank you. Hold on. What was okay? Cause I was like, I've been trying to stay focused, and then I was like, I miss shows being out there, but I'm gonna try to okay, Jay Dunn just went like, I'm gonna try to manage my day to where I give each content a couple of hours. Like a lot of content creators was telling me that they only gonna do the protest. They ain't gonna do it in the morning, so I ain't gonna do it in the morning either. I probably just start coming in the evening, cause really they ain't gonna do nothing in the morning. And then plus I found out also that they finna block the street again because they finna put up some more barricades. I don't know what's making them put up the barricades or whatever they finna do. I'll probably go by there after I make a couple of calls to see. But yeah, they finna put up barricades. So I guess they finna add some more gates. They finna make some changes. I know the police did come through there, and police did come through there and put up some cameras that operate off solar spin. We ain't supposed to be talking about all that on here. So I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just gonna say people in blog, no profit activists. No. I'm trying to make sure I change this so it don't say politics and all. I just put it under entertainment. Okay, and then I'll say that. So then y'all got all that stuff. Then y'all got y'all good little old commercial. Thank you to the 2 people that came through here. It's 17 people in here watching and listening to this show recap and review, but ain't nobody. Only 3 people hit the like button. Let that sink in. And with that being said, don't even worry about it. I'm finna get up out of here. Mm-hmm.